Whoa, we have a therapist here.
Hello. Yes, I'm a child therapist.
So tell me your story. Did you always want to be a therapist, or how did that come about?
Oh yeah. So I knew I wanted to be a therapist when I was 15 years old.
15?
Yes.
And
I
you
had
make
a
it
career
true.
center.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I had a career lady come and talk to me at my
in
high
school? Okay.
Yes. And then I decided to become a social worker, and then I've only worked with children and decided to make a child-centered practice here in Utah.
So your office is in Orem right here?
It's in Provo, and then Tooele.
Oh, you have two offices.
I do.
You're
Normally
big.
it doesn't start that way, but it did for me.
Oh, you're a big businesswoman.
Big business. I don't know about that, but
We're not going back. This is 2026.
yeah, not going back. Not going back. But Utah doesn't have a specific center that's focused on children for their mental health, which is wild because there's so many children here. So there is.
What do you think that is?
Big need. I think a lot of times practice owners think about serving everybody and wants to be more of like the Walmart of mental health, where you can go and you can get anything that you want. And I like being really niche. So instead of Walmart, it's very, very specific, like Lululemon, I would say.
Whoa.
The Lululemon
Like Trader Joe people.
mental health.
Like Whole Food people.
Because we're very, very niche in what we do.
What would you say? I know there's a lot of talk in Utah. I think the governor was talking about social media,
Yes.
especially with teenage girls, is a big problem. What is the struggle you see the teenager face here?
Teenagers?
Yeah, I guess,
specifically?
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I do think teenagers face a lot of pressure from social media, but also just in general. There's a lot of instant gratification, and so with that comes a lot of added on pressure that things are supposed to be a certain way, even though they might not be. And so in the age of instant gratification, what I see is people are really challenged with challenge. And anytime that they feel discomfort, they think, oh no, what do I do? So it's embracing and being able to be okay and uncomfortable at the same time.
Do you think there's a generation divide where the parent doesn't know how, because their parents didn't grow up with social media,
Right.
so they don't really know how to help their own kids, not because they don't want to, because they don't know how.
Yes.
And there's a gap of education, right? Unless
Well, I don't know if it's always a gap. I think it's more they're digital natives. So
Okay.
they don't know any other world that's different. And we are definitely being consumed. Like you right now, you're talking to me, but you're filming me with the phone. And so we're now seeing conversations happen online or even play. I see a lot of kids who are going online to watch other people play
Yeah, it's true, man.
instead of
Yeah.
play themselves. So it's always there. There's screens everywhere. The screens aren't going away, and we're expecting people to be able to have balance with it. But if you go into any store, you see screens everywhere you go. So you get sucked in. And people are having a lot harder time learning how to be and even wait. So even right now, if you're waiting in a booth, look at all the people. They're on their phones. Go take a little stroll. If they're not interacting with any person, they are definitely going to be on their phone, because that's the way that the world is now. You're conditioned to be like that.
I feel like a lot of older people, I don't mean older people, maybe people that grew up, maybe 40 plus, I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
I feel like they reject technology. I feel like every time they talk about the internet, the social media, it's always negative. It's like, oh, those young teenagers, they want to be famous. That's all they care about. My take, though, this is my opinion. I might be wrong. I think everybody have a skill or a mission, whatever you want to call it, and they should use technology to advance that mission. Embrace technology. And that's what I do with my farmer market videos. I think people
That's
say
awesome.
there's a lot of garbage out there, but I think
Yeah.
I feel I can interview people like you, and people can view it to say, oh, that's, I never thought about what she's saying.
Yes.
Or the ceramic lady. I think people should use whatever the skill they have to embrace technology But I don't know why a lot of parents don't see it that way. They just view it as like, I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't want to be on Instagram. Well, someone else is going to be in it, but it's going to be bad content.
Well, I think that's the culture that we're living in. It's either I'm doing it or I'm not. It's very black and white, and there's little room for the in-between. So we shift that way, and I think our culture is becoming more and more prone to, well, if you don't do what I like, I'm going to not be your friend anymore. Or
Well, cancel culture, right?
Yes, look at us. We just said it at the same time. So it's not about getting rid of the screens, because screens don't go away. I actually am doing a free webinar about screens and being able to manage screen time during summer, because that's when we see skyrocket of screen time, because kids don't necessarily know how to play anymore. So they're engaged in the screen, which makes them more irritable, more or less likely to be able to engage in imaginative play, less connected to themselves. But it's figuring out how to balance that. And as a parent, that's part of the duty now, is figuring out how to balance the screens, because now they're everywhere and they're so embedded in our culture, and we just have to figure out the balance. That's all.
So, Carly, tell me a little bit more about your practice. What is your session like? Just tell me about it.
Sure. Okay, so we're a mental health center that's devoted to children 2 to 17, and we help children with anxiety, depressed mood, ADHD tendencies, help with the challenges and changes of life. And we help parents along the way feel enough, because the other thing about parenting is you feel like you're not good enough most of the time. And it's helping parents along the way with their child be able to get skills for embracing challenges and making challenges something that doesn't have to define them, but something that they can grow from.
And where can people find you?
They can find me online at powerwithinchildtherapist.com. We have a YouTube channel, a lot of free resources for parents to help them along the way in their parenting journey.
And you told me you have 2 locations, right?
Yes, one in Provo and one in Tooele.
Why Tooele? When I think of Tooele, I think of far away place.
It is far away, but that
I guess
community,
the need is great there.
yes, it doesn't have a registered play therapist there.
And your practice, you have all the therapists with you?
I have 2 therapists with me, 3, now. We're growing in Provo. And
is
then
it.
I'm the only one in Tooele, because Tooele it's really hard to find a therapist.
Yeah, that's difficult to travel.
Yes,
People don't want to
yes,
travel
yes.
there.
But hey, if there's anyone in Tooele that wants to become a child therapist, it's a great opportunity.
Power Within Child Therapy.
Power Within Child Therapist, yep.
Perfect. Carly, I wish you nothing but success with the business,
Thank you.
and your career I think is great.
Thank you. Do you want